Abusia for ene eye fie da January boso mani de toso ensia afimpi mienu ene eduenu miensa emu enwumre no nsia abo ebra so sensem a ene de nso yensa ka no begibre na mekenkan ni nyina ede ma eye CTV enwumre no nsia kasebo kaise kase ne chugu live ewo Facebook ne so at my CTV GH follow ye on ho like na fe so wa share ede amayen na nsem a wo bete ewo kase ne mu no ebi eni eye Ashanti Regional MPP chairman Wuntumi edi atudwa se eye ade se Vice President Dr. Mahamadu Baumia ene begina ame ato ne so aba afimpim yenu ene eduenu enan yebebo ewura sansem no na wo sansem anu so yebefre eye political analyst bi ewo ahamane so na yene no atwetwe sansem no ho enkobo abetodwa ese eye ade se custom officers bi achi eye cars bi na wonom ekita eye bonsam tawa anase wuyi ebie na wochem se eye ade se wonsa aka wonom afi so National Union of Ghana Students ede abetodwa wode to adesuafo nyina anim se ba ne se yese wonom entwa school fees ntumu a ebro ohamu chichemu edunum a wose ma wonom entwa esanse enyesa enetie eye ohene bi ede abetudwa wo kiremu se ye biebie nnwuma ewo man no mu ro se eno ene bema oman no etumi etumpon ensem no bi eka we hu ena magye peni a making kan ede ama wo se CTV enwumre no nsia kasebo midin ede manye no eki memwajo Medanse esanso ema wakwa babium eba CTV enwumre no nsia kasebo eso na yenhye nsem no asesei na wapono to be ase ena eye Bernard entry boesiakon a dodo na enim se ye fe no chairman Wuntumi a ono ena oye Ashanti Regional Chairman ema NPP amanyuko no ede atudwa wo kiremu se ade se Vice President Dr. Mahamadu Baumia ene begina ama yato ne so aba afimpim yenu ene eduenu enan eno ena eye group bi ana ekuo bi a wonom ewo NPP amanyuko no wondin ede patriotic frontliners ade abetudwa wo kiremu se ensem a chema Wuntumi ekaye no wo se enye ne kwaso no
Enkata wode eba emontene no eye Asante Mantemu President awono eneda Patriotic Frontliners ano Ora Andrews Nana Kojo Debra enafe no eye Public Relations Officer wono so eye Ora Clinton Abuaje womo enwonsa ehye enkata no asia weyi enese womo atwi wobia adwen esusu se eye video na se emfonyi bia womo ensa aka no emfonyi nimu no womo ehu se Asante Mantemu eye NPP amanyokuo no titinani a wada ano wono ena wo campaign kaise wono de eba no Dr. Baumia wata nechi pampe wose 2024 nyame ya adoma wokoso wokogina sa frankatufo ede ama amanyokuo na womo eto ede ma no enu nti na wo hye eye mrahebedwafo ni bie ana afenso eye constituency chairman ni bebre na se womo enhwe si wobetai wo penino echi enamso ema ekoyin nsema wode abaye no womo aditudwa wabrana womo eye ododidie ewo eye constituency honum a womo etunsa ede frɛ chairman ahodo ana afenso emahebedwafo ahodo a womo ewo Asante Mantemu ekoso ewo Lancaster Hotel a eno no ewo eye Asante Mantemu hono
yɛntoa ensɛm no ɛso na yɛnim sɛ ɛnkyɛ bia yɛba bɛto aba ayi mampani ɛwɔ ɔman Ghana mu na yɛadeɛ sɛ ɛyɛ NPP amanyɔkuo no nso ɛyɛ ahoboa sɛ wɔn so ɛbɛyi ɔkandini a ɔbɛdi wɔn anim ama yɛakɔto aba afimpi mmienu ɛne eduonu ɛnan na nipa titire ɔsɛsɛi NPP amanyɔkuo no ɛne ɛda wɔn anim paa ɛyɛ mampani abɛdi akyire ɛyɛ Dr. Mahamadu Baumia afei so mmarahyɛ badwani ɛma Asin Central Kennedy ɔhene Japan saa so ɛna Trade Minister Alan Kwadwo Chiramanten enso eka ho bia NPP fo ne ene da wo so se nipa miensan wo mo ebeyi baako na wagina NPP amanyokonum amayato ne so aba afimpi mienu ene eduenu enan ye boye homoden se yensa ebeka eye political analyst Jonathan Asante Ochre na yene no atwetwe nkomo na yahwe se ne sansem no esifa eko. Hello. Okay, ebusafo yensa enyanka na se yebomoden epusu na homanim se yensa ebeka no na se yensa enka no a eyensem bisa nyina ewe enum no yebetumi ebisa na afensu so weyi ya no yentoa ensem no so ewo eye ensem fufuro emu na eye acting commissioner Emma Customs eye Alhaji Idrisu Sedu wode abetu dwa se eyade se wo akire eye ehyan bienu bia wonom ekita eye bonsam tawa anase wiyi ebia wache wonom ewo Eastern Corridor no eso wachire mu ese eyade se wonya nenteye ese sa ehyan bienu yi ede eye bonsam tawa yi egu wonom ka mu a wode eko wasi sese a wache wo mu eyade se Customs ene Ghana Police Service aka wontoma aboa no a woye nsem no hwemu a obi biara ne ho ebo nsem eyade se wonom ene no bedi
information from very reliable source, and then they reacted to it and intercepted a van carrying Indian hemp. Then through interrogation, we got to know that there was another bigger truck which was carrying some of the substances. They followed up and realized that the bigger truck had even broken down on the way, and they had transferred most of the products to what would they call a warehouse, but it was just some house to hide it from the security services. We were able to retrieve it, and they brought all to, one of our substations. The driver of the van, the original van, was arrested, and we handed over to the police to continue the investigations. So we are now in the process of even handing over the whole thing to the Narcotic Control Board. We are a front line. So when we get it for deeper investigations, we hand over to the appropriate bodies to continue the investigation while we continue with the vigilance. Yeah, for a lot of those in the business, they know it is a crime, but they benefit from it. The problem is that majority of some of those who help them, like the drivers and this thing, they do it at the blind side of the owners of the trucks. And the owner of the truck suffer because for us, even the truck which has been arrested, those doing it must know that all the law enforcement agencies, from the border to internal, are aware and looking for them. And those who will be caught in it will face the full rigors of the law. So for the young ones, and mostly it is in the young ones who are doing it, they should know that their future, their entire future and that of their families is at stake, because it's an international fight, and no matter how long you dodge, you will one day be caught.
Ebusafo ye mo enwura eye enwumasia ensem emu ye wo krom ha na eye mrahye bedwafo eto eye universities wonom efisi mu a wotu mu ohamu chichemu edu enum neno na eye National Union of Ghana Students eda betu dwa wode to adesuafo nyina enim se ba na se suapo ahodo a wonom ekono wotu fees no mu ne a ebro ohamu chichemu edu enum a wose wommo entungu esanse wenya ntie sa adesuafo ni bi etua ne a ebrosa.
Today we've met JTEC, we met Ministry too, and it is not me saying it, it is the law saying it. The law, by extension, mandates the students or the citizens of this country to uphold it. And that is the responsibility the Constitution places on all of us, that we must uphold the Constitution and the laws of this country. The law says, do not pay beyond 15%. It is not me, it is the law. So we are telling students that nobody can dismiss anybody for paying in respect to 15%. You can't dismiss anybody for deciding not to allow illegalities have foundations. No. So we are just telling students, pay within that threshold. Pay. You know what you paid last year? Calculate 15%, add and go and pay. Only pay below that when your school has charged below that. If it is anything above 15%, do not pay. And I am assuring the students of this country, nothing would go wrong. Nothing. Nobody would take any illegal fees. If it has been paid already, it will be credited to the account. The National Union of Ghana Students has gone up and high and low. But what we are saying is that this is a matter of urgency. This is a matter with time. As I speak to you, some institutions are done collecting these fees from first-year students because they coerce them under force. That if you don't pay, we will take your admissions from you. And for a first-year student who's received admission, what do you expect? What will happen? The person would rush, go and take loans, sell properties, and go and pay illegal fees. Illegal fees. Do you get my point? So at the end of the day, there is very little to talk about, but to call on institutions to do the right thing. You see, initially, we did not agree with any increment. That's our position. No increment. But then, in the face of the negotiations, we moved our position to a position of compromise. That in the face of good faith, 15% is way below the inflation rate, so we may want to manage your debt. All we are saying is that allow students to pay 50%, then provide students with student loan. That is it. But now, our problems are compounded because the 15% is not even being respected. It's not even being respected. And painful is it that some institutions, you expect that they are the cradle and citadel of education. They are the hope of the hopeless. Some institutions run by mothers. You expect that they would at least bear with students in these crucial times and allow students. But no, we would rather force students to pay.
Ebushafo yentwa ensem no eso nana ye wo eye NPP for ensem eso ana ye ne eye political analyst eye Jonathan Asante Watchere ebe twetwe enkomo na ye nyina ye nimse enche afia ye besimu eye afimpimienu ene eduenu na eye ade se ye ba beto aba asan eyi omampeni na ye NDC eye NPP amanyoko no so ya hoboa sonko kra na nipa miensa na sei NPP amanyoko no eni da omanim se obeyi wo mo na wetumi ejina ma yato won so aba ama oman Ghana na eye Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia eka ho ebie afen somra hyebedwani ema Ascent Central Kennedy ohene Japan enso eka ho sanso na eye Trade Minister Alan Kwadwo Chiramaten enso eka ho ebia NPP amanyoko no eni da omanim se wobayi wo mu baako na wagina amayato ne so aba ama NPP amanyoko no na yensa aka eye political analyst Jonathan Asante Watchere ewo ahomane so a yene no ebe twetwe enkomo. Mr. Jonathan Pacha what menka?
Metenka oni aba.
Me Pacha bibia boko de.
Ewrade dia say.
Okay. Me Pacha ye pese yembisa ese Yehwe Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia afeiso Kennedy Japan ene alanchira mate nipa miensan hwan ena wo hwe se NPP amanyoko no ebeyi no se onyina ne ento ne so aba.
Well, let me say good evening to our listeners. Mincha yeti for nyina. Asambisa odi ebisa me bi some kase me yi ano straight forward there bayedin kakra am say enkonkosi ebra omoyese ombabato aba no enem bebre ebetimi esi in terms of fabia scandals here and there in terms of fabia bako anko porte no woyie no nko aba nyina eka ho in terms of human rights near there but at the moment nobody say people are favoring Dr. Bawumia ahead of Alan, but I tell you what, the state of the economy and the scandals that the government has been involved, and the flip-flopping of Dr. Bawumia, will be a difficult thing for the MPP to take into the market to sell. And I will still, put my bet on Mr. Alan for now.
For now.
And say, the MPP, the status quo of the MPP, the current leadership, and in PFA said the umbilical cord of the party is in national territory. And that is the more reason why use to me to ensure, say, Dr. Baumi brings even in Ashanti region. So, one team in Ashanti Club, he should be able to get a certain number of percentage so that you try and even it out with the other regions. That's the more reason why Mr. Wuntumi is being used to do such a dirty campaign. And for which reason, as far as the status quo is concerned, nothing will happen to Yewura Wuntumi. So they should just forget about that.
Okay, say Chairman Wuntumi is being used by one no more. One of the use way.
Oh, when I say status quo anti, the status quo anti, that is the powers that be for now. No,
okay.
I am behind Dr. Baumia.
Okay.
That's the more reason why I hope in the name for Anna. So that's they will come out, you know them, the President Butchers, the Greek minister is a distraction for Allah. He has no locus in terms of presidency. For Allah. What he says. So you could see that the powers that be, in terms of those at the helm of us now, as far as the government is concerned, they are on the side of Baumia.
Okay.
But of course, it is because of this unequal calm between the Ashanti fraternity, that of the fraternity. This is not to sound the same, you are doing tribalistic way. That is a reality. And to the solution will be who said, about the say, and I'm Kokotua, you judge John Bodu as General Secretary, who is far more experienced than JFK. And then it is a political vote. And it is a message.
Hello, Rasanti. Me pancho, obeti me jina ye kakra de ama me ahoma no twetwesi. Hello.
Kokufado. A similar thing is likely to happen.
Ora Santi wa homa no etwetwesi epese di ye hwemo kakra. Pancho obeti me jina ye ama ye kakra. Ora Jonathan Asante Eli no edi ehamo kakra ye pese ye nyina we so na ye nto nkratia wa ye ba ye besan so afre boni na twetwe nkompa pa cho twem me basia.
Woodin Le Créateur presents an intriguing and suspenseful online drama series. Style, action, fashion, suspense, drama. La Maison Chic, coming soon. Premiering on Woodin Fashion YouTube and Facebook pages.
Tete kwashi di koko ba Ghana ha 1879 omane nyamfo so bebre efi koko yi mu se koko yi betena ama ye nyina dia gise fertilizer bebo fertilizer ba ko akuafo nyina gya tuma mu bohu se ene agricole litovit fertilizer. 30 ml French 15 liters na wosono afi fa bow koko ni spray fa koko no ahaban ni dua ene abra koko no egunhwere agricole litovit fertilizer die Cocoa Research Institute of Ghana aye hwehwemu asayase se cocoa board enfama ekuafo nyina Ministry of Agriculture nsoso ekanfu agricole litovit fertilizer makoko no nyini ope agricole litovit fertilizer chira kwan ne ya na cocoa fo no edim Agricole Little Bit Fertilizer, original cocoa fertilizer.
Medase sa ugusua ewo atweyem eye CTV enwumre no nsia kasebo ena we nugusua wo hwe no ye kono na ye ne eye Jonathan Asante Ochri a ye political analyst ena na kasa ye betoa enkomotwetwe ne so. Hello ora Asante ba chotemenka
Uni aba amechoka
aha na ye line no etwetwesi kakra na bibisa wo se na wo se chema wontumi na se binum na abo ne pa ti na bibisa se hwan na bo ne pa yi a ntina wa nugu so awokasa ne yekoba
na me tell say dia adukonti ayero chema wontumi bia antumi antuno ene say empenifo a omopa say yewa ba omia imagine as leader no they are the helm of affairs of government today. And so it will be very difficult for JSK as a general secretary, as young as he is, he doesn't really have that clout in that party at the moment. So we take certain decisions that are affecting him. It's not going to happen. It is just a charade. And you know, the other makes sense say at the moment, Dr. Baumia, and I'm told to say he's even preaching on Konoba. That in itself will even go against him and say the small community of Muslims that he belongs to will turn against him because very hypocritical on his part to be doing the kinds of things that he's doing in the name of politics. According to say, yes, he cannot suggest that the action is to bring Muslims and Christians together. Christians and Muslims in this country have never been at war. And in the war, and never together, and I say they united. It is never true. It is just for the politics of the day. Why? Because it knows very well that Christians constitute 71% of the populace. And until say also person winning elections in this country, then obviously you must be a Christian. So if you think there by going to a church you will be winning there, I think it's going to be laughed at the wrong side of the smart. But all the same, America. Alan ought to resign, and he's done so because a percent or he must rally the people at the grassroots. They are in the majority. And when it comes to resources, I don't think Dr. Baumia will be able to outdo or outperform Alan in terms of resources and galvanization of resources. I think that with the support of others, Alan will be able to, wrestle Dr. Baumia for that particular position. But I explained that the dynamics, from now getting to the time of the elections, about to start as and when necessary. But of course, scandals alone and Dr. Baumia being tagged, as it were, with the presidency in itself will work against him big time. As some say, at the moment, the popularity, the goodwill of the president, as far as internal party politics and even external party politics are concerned, is nowhere.
Mami Missa Enrada Ena Alan Kwajo Chinamatin, Etron Krata, Koma Mampeni, and Adadan Kwakufado, say a dear say war resigning. Nene, Mampeni, Ajatum, Amanda Quine so betting me resigning. Be besides I resign or resign. Hano can be also.
About one or crime place, in some say,
about one mum.
About one or crime place, in some say, being a minister, never be wrong to me, until go put nothing so, and Cassandra Cornaba, in such a way said, Bia, that affected the very government. You are a member of, in terms of being a minister. Yes, as a former minister now, you may be wrong, to me, I criticize it at the moment, yes. It will not be the same with Dr. Baumia. As I said, Dr. Baumia is the chairman of the economic management team. And it is the economy now to happen. You cannot take away Dr. Baumia from it. But all the same, Mr. Allen himself is also part of this whole, economy at the happen.
So I didn't be
but maybe in terms of culpability, maybe from saying Dr. Baumia. Into resignation in there, it is in order. I mean, you're quite a campaign, one nomination, or file of nomination, be okay there. I think he said that will allow him more ambit to go and meet the grassroots, the delegates, and so on and so forth, without any kind of limitation. But if you were still to be a minister, I quite correct to say, which the substantive work as a minister, what you have to, and I will pursue for presidential.
Okay.
And that is the make him a president to I can say was second.
Then I say, when you need to to what? Not some we now want to mean your campaign be
Certainly.
okay.
Your campaign be and then say, on penny bet you can say, ABC and D, you know, we you will allow Chamanti Eddie. You were doing so, you will allow more speculation. Obama Crawford, you would say up and can send the woman in because you are going for a political campaign, you are in a campaign season. And if you take the decision to resign honorably without any kind of scandal following you here, I think that is an honorable decision to take. But of course, don't forget to say, Mr. Baumia has been ahead of Mr. Alan Samatin over the period. The president has allowed him more latitude, go and commission this. Don't forget the all these things have created an atmosphere to Dr. Baumia to have more latitude as vice president than Mr. Alan Samatin as Minister for Trade and Industry. So the best decision for him is to resign.
Mami, my last question, now your time now, because I be maybe say, a year Dr. Baumia, any Alan Semi, any Kennedy Japan Semi, who say a idea say bet me ama you couldn't watch it. So be our nature time for.
Of course, in a campaign season, it will get murky before it becomes stabilized.
Okay.
It is about post-election management, and that is what they will have to do. But of course, there are two main things about working against the MPP, either Alan winning or Dr. Baumia winning or losing, whichever way that it goes. As I said, the MPP has a tradition. Dankwa Dumbo Buzia, whichever way you look at it. Dankwas have come, Buzias have come. Now it's a Dombo stem. And it's one farmer Dombo now problem. At the moment, so the current leadership, Dankwa side. And now, to say, Dombo side. But the Buzia side, which doctors into the Asante Caucus and Kolobano, they feel so embittered about the current leadership and the way and manner President Akufo-Addo in the name for a tricky Asante fraternity. So at the moment, they are trying to bring back the party back home. And even if they have to go into position to bring back the party home, they will do that.
Okay, yeah, Bennett, my end as Sebrepem, Yabesan so afro and natural common. Yeah, that's the pa. Ebusia for a year political analyst, a year ora, Jonathan Ochre Asante, Ena, Yeneno, Etrichain, and Comono, Yenswa and Semno so and fa and Mount America we say a CTV and Numreno Sia Cassiabo, Ena Uguso Awoshe, our CTV Ghana's #1 Esono, who bets me a follow yen, our Facebook and so at my CTV GH, who follow our like here page, na face so what share Ede Amaye. Yammo enra eye ensem fufuro emu na eye nana apia noamo a otoso mmienu oyo hene fufu a yesi no ewo djukwa famiani a eno no ewo chefehiman lower dentura mensinum ewo ye mfimfini mantem ena wode atudwo a wo kire eye aban no eno nyumaku ahodo se seba na se yema nsase ne yemfanye mpuntunwuma anase yemba biebie eye company tahodo a wose esese yema ho kwan na wode eye sase eno ene betumi ama oman no etumpon
Nana edikan edituja se ahonchira ababaswa aye woman Ghana sese no eha nimpanifo ni nano ayadia adia bakope ene betimi eyi womo efisa ahonchire ni mu wose ekoba ne se factories no womo SCB ewo ayakomu honoma ayadia factory adwuma no ebetimi aboa ama wonsa akowano ye pupapa nana apia noama esanso ekire mu ensamwe edetu CTV Accra FM anamusini animwa na womo esine hene na wosanso akiremu ese empotemu ho ayade a womo efa wo halkese pa emu ebi enese ensupa womo enum adibia ya ade kra no womo enibi na wenina no ewosa ban enmenimi ya no wo hye ne wo bemu
afa na ya betena ase Ghana, 100 Ghana, 200 Ghana,
this is
50, 100, 200 Ghana. Also, Fabra, na Pabapua, na Yapantosioma do Foa, Yawana, Salasuna, whatever, Wahasika Tokyo,
Fenny Bishia, Namnim say a bambeti and no. Say poverty no our grassy. Inti, I know there's a tackle in the face. Then you answer a number a bishi champagne for a be more. A bampen for be more, you know better than I say. Now I am to you. Yenina near the two abans. Lemon and 2 years, Minimsa bands between me besoyasin.
Nanso nana etra wo se wen so no wo ankasa ebetumi aboa se wo ka wo ho eboma obetumi aboa ye papa afenso wo se enwumasua eyade ba ko no so eha wo mo adwen pa enam so ema sese basabasa ye ene eye ba sibra ene ne ekeka hu nina no ama ne humne so ewo kromu ho no nanso no se wo mo ahwe etu wo mofra no efo a wo gidi ye papa se wo mo ehya sese wo kosku a ebetumi aboa ama sa ne ma we nina no Eswati.
Ebe kwan ebe faso na yetumi atoto nyoma pefutuo bi. Na start na sa poverty ni se nkwala no tumi ko school. Na adwuma wo krom ya me sure say ensan no ne sa nkwala nyinsan ne ade no to bitwa. De wo mu ni se de na ka de na open unyama no a. Nkwala na wo ha no ne maame ni bi, ne papa no so ni bi. Inti wakana se ono school kura woko na bi okuro ni scout be mana ko school inti opia ofunu ntumi nka hwe nkyira kwala no ba nya hyehyɛ pa na sabati enka ne ho se ne ekan nyina ye ne ya be start ya ye foto bi because ye se ye bodam frifi inti ye ne ye be boy ho modern se ya be ye ba kekan nsase na abansu ho se ye ne abere se ye bibi am se de ade se de etu na ne ma obeboa ama adwuma be kuro ne mu a ye wo nsase ebetumi afrefre adam panyifo ebi factories omo biebie yenso yon sase ebetumi ebiebi
ebusiafo yentoa ensem no eso na Japan ntrada a otoso mienu na oye brofo yedu ehene a eno no ewo Asin Central mensin no mu ewo emfimfini mantem yedi ni si akonwa iso no wadi emfie edu enum enunti wahyefa a enya semketo
Wotumedi na se no nana Japan entrada a wotoso mienu adetudwa se ahemfo eyade a asodie kese pa eda wo muso so wobeboa abanbia ama woman no etumi etumpon ne titiru ane enkro anketua ehhehye wo mo ensa no wo kire mu a wo se dwumedie we no wo mo efasa kwanya no so ede pesika ede boa eye dwumedi ahodo a wo mo eba bedie no ewo empotemo ahodo ane kronketua eso wo se ne titiru ane community center wo mo ehhase afia etwemu no nina ane se wo mbenya sekepuduo bi etumi ade awie sadwumedie na wo mo edikai ahhase deda no wo hene a wosanso eye educationist ewo honomo ade afutuo akoma emebuno se wo mo enhwese nia ensem fata nina no wo betwe won ho ade afi hu na wode woni ade asi eye enwumahia esosanse enwumahia ebetimi ama wo mo dache papa
se wo bidi hene a wo asodie kese pa esen omanfo no mpo sanse omanfo no yiedie ene won koso omaso die nyina ohena wasayede se ohena economy edo na afenso no hwese nieme bi abetumi aboa oman no na etu omasetam mpon no so odi hoduma eti ohena wo asayede kese pa sese no nieme bi tse your market. No.
Anwachwe ananana Japan entrada wotoso mienu achiremu ase.
Many penifo ne oman no. Yabo ekesi. Se yeni atumi atiti ebo wimu esi sa dan esi community center de na the best friend say aban is economy emehwe. Na equipment I be here no sa ICT for of anomy ni tables ni nkunya fano be use aban ni teacher no municipal assembly no emeboy ni biara ne sam e wo bi no so no wo kina ni behwe bo field
Nekwakremu ana executive director wada network for asin development ano Ora Samuel Aduba ade eye ensem ema ahimfo ene empanimfo ewo krom ho no munina ne se
the best say now abia na ebe bi bia mo nya bebu ya mo de nya say dika so but the na ya babwa na amo duro tete no etini akọ responsible and the different and the bebu so and the discipline the master bebu you know say yeah wa bebu yeah say abibia na about the time after no and after what you be say you mo dey say dem ebetimi abameboa we are saying and my idea say every year we pass here betimi use medium and I'm telling you na radio promote development our India because so I think so after the marketing you say you investors you come be na you share the na ni se mo bia
Ebusafo yeguso a ewo emfinfini mantem na afimpem yenu ene edunum ya nana abeka otoso nan a oye esutware anona ehene a wato ananom ewo nsiedo pepem na amenu ekasei enya ade se wonom ehu nipa a obedi akonwa sanse ahense hu sem ama eye basabasayo asi eye ebusia mienu yi entem Every afimpim yenu ene edunum anana oti akonwa so nana abeka otoso nan enya ne ba bi koye no ahensie ho sem aye bibie wo ho ewo esuakere anona ebusua no emu nipa a wo ho kwan se osihene ewo ebusuanom eye ebusuapeni Kwame Otu na nipa a wo pese osihene anase odihene no eye Yaw David Mensa na so ebusuafo ni bi kire se nya de se wo mo eni eje ho ebusuafo yi bi akiremu se Yaw David Mensa eyade se waton ebusuano asase bi a wammo ebusuani bia amane Emebunu binum a wonom ewo esuakere anano ebusuanimu a eye kwakukaya enada omano ede atodwa se enya de se oguahene enananom atrankonya wonom ewo ho osaberiba nana kwasi ata otoso mienu ene regional police command wo se enya de se wonom ebo asem no ewo kwan bia so
ensembiri koru esuacha ha onye asambapa na wo so president another IGP agina abana name say if you there oye apiasumjo ensembiri wa okoro emene ma odin samba oya yebaka amanfo ngote oya amanfo ngote yigu ya ha no oya ahensam no igwa oma ahen na kusata onye ndini ye abrobo an wa megu ha baby bebre wa atoto aye na ye nta ase enti mo lo kodo wa ha no ye mpeye so mebu no ya so ye gbu efu papa dem mom so wo bechi na ehire wo bechi na ehie oba bechi na asumdwi wo mu no onye kwa bia le police fu be na obobam so ya asumdwi nyina police yin mbam wa ke so police na wadafo na wa be bugum ntimo so pele wo yin mu ni ye yima ani mo be na wo yin mu ye nim imom oye was servant no be no boso ya ehie no na servant oboso enya so ye na ye nta ase nti mo baba de muje mom ya san ya mo letters ya mo court letters ya mo wana mpefu no ni bia egungun ne kusa ata ye ko weguan ye fa weguan by police de ya na wasa aka wante na ne kusa ata no na no nkofo de bia ye kwa bia eguan nti ya so ya sranwan nya jo hia yan so wa plan manu mudwe emanu mudwa emom wan na wo ye bibia aboko fa mayen na won stopon ni mo yan ka asem na wie asa na asem ye wa kan won kan wie ye kwa nade na won kan wie yo na wa hye won wo ba be danti ye nwura egwa ha ama ayenfo no o ye bribe sam sketutua na okodo
Sene be ya ekunafo a wonom ewo ahafo ene bono mantem eni beje eye na new year yimunti eye CEO Emma Alexibom Company Limited ede nnuane akoma eye ekunafo oha enso
Wabra ora Alex echiche nneɛma edima ekunafo a wonom ewo ahafo ntroso ahafo jedu ahafo womahin so eto ahene krum ene atronie wode to just say sedu bronya ananse nuyɛ mu sei na ɛyɛ na ekunafo a wonom ewo ho eni nje esanse nneɛma mu ɛyɛ den ɛma dodoɔ na yɛ na ɛde nakoma so se afibia no wɔbɛtɔ nneɛma yi akyehye ɛde ama wonom
nneɛma hu ne sɛ obi wɔ hɔ a ne ba yɛ bɔne na ɔtea na adeɛ ɛha me paa ɔgana ha no akora yɛ bɔne ne yɛte obi tumi bo ne ba no wapam na firifie sɛ kɔ na ɔbɔ ba na wapam ne firifie sɛ ɔnkɔ ahe na ɔnkɔ Bible sɛ akora yɛ bɔne a wɔsɛ yɛde aba atea no ɔsɛ wotea wo ba sɛdeɛ wopɛ bi atea no bɛde wowie atwene bata ho ɛna wotea wo ba nso a susu kan nsɛm a nnome nsɛm gu akora no abrabɔ so obi tumi dome ne ba odwene ho koraa wonte aseɛ wokɔ na bata bi a na papa bi ka nsɛm kyerɛ ne ba a wogyina hɔ a worɛ bɛho na deɛ menim ne sɛ woka asɛm papa to wo ba abrabɔ so adakye die na wodome no a ɛbɛdi anome adi n'akyi daakye na ebi adakye no a wadome na wie no na wonni hɔ a wobɛtumi asrɛ nyame koraa sɛ ɔmfa akora no bɔ ne nyɛ dɛ nkyɛ no ɛba sɛ akora no bɛdi ya wakyɛ nti deɛ mesrɛ ne sɛ awofoɔ no mmerɛ su sɛ na sɛ wo ba yɛ bɔne na wotea no a yɛnka sɛ ntea wo ba wotea no twene bata ho
Oto aso di to dwa se dwumadie bi a afi bia wodi a woto nneama ekyechema ekunafo a wonom ewo mantem enum yi wo kyerɛ se afi de ne yɛ de nepa esan se oman nankasa emu ayɛden ensɛm a wode to aso no ebi eni
obi bia ne sɛ especially me nua no mema ne mmerante no ne maayewa na asisi no mo ma yani mmerebre obi ade bebre mo nsusu me mpre ho mpesika no de yɛmpɛ de yɛme ani mmere be yɛmfa kwampapa so mpesika asema meka no se yɛfa kwampapa so a obenya nhyira because kana so amfa kwampapa so nneɛma bebre nkɔfo nam kwan bebre so na epesika enye nti no so nye school nko na ebetuma ma nipa odiye sɛbe school ni hia benimdia nso hia woyɛ nsano dwuma wosua dwuma na woyɛ bibia megira nsano dwuma na mmadu ba bia madu
ekunafo bi a wode anigye ene akomapa eji akyede ede adesrede eto aban nanim se afi bia o ma ne company no eye contract dodo se ne be ya wo betimi aye omadoye
se ya abrewa se ya akokora se ya ekunafo enyanka abrantie nsaso obi a so enti medie ade a ehia me pa tituru ne se mesra aban se di abrantie si boa ye ntem han ano oden papa nya eye sombo kese yesere se contract ya wode man asa na abrantie be bibi we no se ya ama no contract ama na nya sika an watimi di ahwe kunafo eni nyanka wo ma ye kɔ school wo ma ye ahia ye ni bie
se kwa me arese nyame ntoni nko na wone wo hunu nyanka ne kunafo emabo nya afi wo nko ene wo ya ama yen afi bia wage ya to akoma so se wone wo behwe ahiafo ni kunafo ti kwa me arese de sane nko ati akora awurade ntoni nkom mani nya tentene de wo hunu kunafo amabo enyankafo amabo ti nyame nhyira no nyame ntoni one ne yire ne mma enkom ti sane nko ati akora awurade mani nkwatentene wo fa ntan wiase nyame nhyira kwa me arese
Kofari by any penimpa oda eye Parliament Chapel International ano eye Apostle Francis Amako ata wade to eye post sahene IGP George Ekufudampare enim se sebane se ye kasa afa eye ensoro ho se nkom hyene ade wose ohun kwan se wobeka bidie nanso sebane se adwuma ne paade a wose yemfa ema Christian Council for esa se womo ena se adwuma no ese efatam na mum no enye IGP
Ansamia posi sahene ene eya posi foni na edebatuja anu wochiremu se asofofo ene edifo wamu enhye yese afi wamu nkomhye bia no enkobotememufo ehuno eyadia ankoye ama asofofo bebre enamso ama eye Apostle Francis Amwakwata eka asofofo a ensemi ankoye ama wamu no ehu enamso ma wochire na dwen ede ensem atuja na wochira wo se enema bebre na enesisi ewo krom wase na nsentamu nam krom a ayade akonferenfo ehwinhwi mamanfo bag ebinum etutuo esi wonuanom eso echimonsa agiwonsam sikeni na no wase sanema we na wase aposifo ede weni esisu no ye bibi ede efa ho
na anytime bia ade bi ko wrong no I think say obi tie kire say obi adwenya ne say yampa dampa ne nyame na onipa ko no onye odifo ya oni nyame ba odo nyame ba and I believe say ne bereso no opeso bring he want to bring sanity. He want to sanitize the that prophecy 101 prophecy 77 na ya three prophecy 10 enipa akọ 31st no onko tie nyame asem ebe man adwena asesam for that year onko bompa ye ye kingdom protocol or the beko afinum na mum okotie hwan na ebegu hwan na ebetena
apostle we de mentwa wa no Christian Council ewo ho enko mo hwe sa we no nanso IGP age efa sisi akwakọ say Christian Council no omunyo madwuma yi ana in terms of prophecy regulations
mo so obi busa about adentina Christian Council ho na IGP na afi sisi oma one no Bible can say Yesu akasa ni masam se onipa emia ne ho na owie ni fia ne japade etena obi na bum se ojeja no am obi an ho odin chen no ebe fie ho a obefe na japade ne ko nti Christian Council abekam abeye so loose to the extent say now the state had to enter into the church and put the church into a right direction. One of the until I think said but about 2 times from the year 2023 I believe said Christian Council no was set up said no the best idea not say yenim kana ye from from the door. Now we have to do something. I'm getting a patch.
Offered by any penimpa or da a Parliament Chapel International, ano a Apostle Francis Amako Ata, Edia Tuja watch him say, I think Pimie no any Edrenumian saying, was say a idea say oil any Indiane, a home ever quatri pa, and into what the 2 Ghana and penny for in him. Some more many enco economy home, now first entry and home every a office a Jumano, a home, na ye more emura a ye a habaimu, the ye Juma, a bema ye Jani, Eddie.
Ensema wode atuja no watremu ase 2023 afeno aya afibia eniememu ebeya din ye papa nanso no wose wo hwe eye abosume nan a edikan ewo afeno emu a ayade anema enhyeda enkoye nemum no se ye mpanifo mekire wo meyi mpanifo ede wonan esifom na wo mo edwen ekọ enimu a ebetimi aboa ye pa wo mo ede nsihye bi ebegu apono so a betumi aboa ama eye eniema a wo hu no eye wonyankopon etumi etwetwani na emu.
So as we are about to cross over to the year 2023 the me person me to omanfo nyina anim ne dikan eye adwumaden say crisis ba. That is why we must put our best into whatever we are doing. And they are because a commodity, since a commodity, commodity in economy is like a barter trade. Until you do baby no. Now I think now it was best idea. So you president vice eka say you will good until you good no. Ebe oil. The point here is, and then I'm kind is the lack of self-product activity. Say you for good was a see ya. Now you come now about one day. Is it going to be one day? I wonder, or can we produce more gold in the year 2023 to sustain the reduction of the oil price? Because them tell somebody something. Say, I fear you be common. Idea won't be here. I reserve. Country be out in a reserve be the agro. No better. Society be out in a reserve be the agro. No better. Well, because after 2023, we are yet to witness another oil crisis again. Oil and then food crisis is going to be a news again in the year 2023. First quarter next year, it won't be easy. And to say, I'm building your home base, your reserve. na yenya absorb bi a heti a yekotwiri a yebesan bounce back na heti na yekoyeki na yentumi bounce back then niema ebe hadwene ni senti no the person me fasa kwan we so na me 70 to 72% out to yem fancy 75% ye wo man we me no ye Christopher education ye ba so ndan ma se ba so ndan ma dia ende na me person me tu yam fose afia ye kom no yensa we yemfa nya adwuma yemfa moaye
Safo yentoa ensem no so emfa emma na eye kwafare by any penny pa oda eye 7th Day Theocratic International Church ano Apostle Cadmiel E.H. Agbelemenyo e dia tudwa wo kire mu se eyade se enei e Christopher wade enimu eye guase na wo kire se eye awalijaye adoso pa yi a enei eye asefem
CTV ane Accra FM ane musini etreben was of poyi nisema wade atuja ane se na sentem yana awarefo wafa wechi adodo enu nenam so ema eye awarija ye adoso ewo wo man Ghana emu wasi wade subuoni na wachichire adi asoa eye asofofo a womu ehira ware no eso sanse womu enka no krebi enfenchire womu a ede wonti ekwakwahye aware mu sense aware wo we ne kwan ewo yie papa afenso wo se awarefo no nso eneden kawane pe enwode weni ade esiso empaibo anase wonyankopon kasa de womu eyi no ade esinchen ewo aware ni mo Apostle Cadmiel E.H. Agbalenyo ne sema wode atuja enie
deli kanu minisubo babo yen asafo mi ese nyame mra Kristo abeyi de efiri ko mra no ne ka wade ho asem kase pa e ka wade jaye ho asem aware saye won ene dwama aware mu e ka ho asem nti se ese mra no ho bi odi a e sa na ma obi abetu de aye ene afensu no ebi no kwa aware mu a enye aware no ko ahunya pe ene ma mu ko le ne aware mu so kwa aware no se na ne da so no we hu be pa ya do ha we de aba wo na mo se kwa aware mu na se uri nyame mra ene ware a mo mienu ne ka bo mu e ma ne ma de eye yiye so 18 ya me kan se nyame mra ne yi every day so sumono Boma ware saye de awaja yeba
anu achire ana abeka moshi chifa wo hono mo Alhaji Sule Isa awono anu wo ye guest speaker ewo dwumedie no ase wode ensam atuja se wo besra emebulu ni na se aware wo hoi ne kwan ewa enti no wobia ento ne bo
mabunu me srawom se no musi ware ene no mo ajawo ochina ye ma minimum ware ye no ko 90 years omunya ware na owu etiti omuntem be se maba nso omo aba o na se anya miso na start ja ware obi obeka sa no na onya psychology bi mana atunufu anaso mental problem because how so obeka say o anya miso na ye di start ye se aware ja ya ba when na person ja ware aware jaye di ade anyankopon enye de empe enti se wo se enye wuso na ade ja aware a obi gina chi obeka se sebe wo nya correct because aware ware a bompai se definitely no obaku ebedi kansa no ba obe ware pe wo si nyankopon wo srens umma uwo na entity muntem so
Nyadru so no eye dwadie mu ensem ye basisia Medase afeye mo enwura eye dwadie ensem emu na enedei eye January boso mene de toso ensia afimpimienu ene aduenu miensa ye mu ena ye class media group ene eye Shamba Partnership International eka wontuma eboano esensan enkrata epa odwumade bi huntuma wode ebeboa ama ekuafo edwuma etumetumpon a wobefa eye abefo kwanso edi ayekua ma wo mo ho aheha wono
Wajumadi no ase ena Ora Theodore Edwards oye Group Operations Officer Emma Class Media Group editu dwase Accra Dialogue Series nhyehyɛ Class Media Group for ena aye wose we a wone Champa Partnership International eye nea etoso miensa woni swade hunu pa ene se wo makuayo afa ne ntamapa efra.
This is the third episode. For the third episode, we are signing officially with Chamber Partners International. And for this episode is basically on a break. I think there was a publication in Japan. I think everywhere is known. I think they said that the price of food is highest even in Ghana, and the rate at which it's going, if something is not done consciously, we most likely will run into troubled waters. And of course, when there's no food, the hungry man is a hungry man. So it threat as well to our security as a nation. So it means we have to take it a lot more seriously. So to go beyond the workshop, we're actually bringing action to this whole initiative, and that's the essence why we have to go with Chamber Partners International, just so that they will lead the action, while we from the media bit will cover every single step of the way of what is being done. So I'll take not too much of our time to invite Chamber International, Partners International, to speak to the concept, particularly as it borders on the smart farm concept and every other concept that borders on this initiative going forward. So
Enuechi ena Ora Tony Mensa Abrampa our country director Emma Chamber Partnership International editu dwase omani swade hunu enese obema ekuafo ede wonom aso ene nkrantie egu ho na wafa abefo kwanso ede ayokua oto aso editu dwase ade se nhyehyeye ahya ase ewo kwa region woni kwa mahene da sebre ekwamwa e Japan a otoso mienu ahya ase a wonom ede nhye no egu akwam.
We talk about smart farms. It's all about agricultural modernization. You know, the era where we use hoe and cutlass to do farming is fading out. So therefore, we have to gradually shift to the technology aspect of agriculture. That is where agriculture can be meaningful. So we've already started a project in the Kau range with the coal mine Dasibre Ekwama Japan second, which is definitely likely to kick off by second quarter of this year. And all what we want to do is to establish agric mechanization centers where people can access tractors, drones, anything that they need to make agriculture accessible. But from the time past, we thought agriculture was a punishment, but it is not. Agriculture is a business. And how can you do business? You can do business when the people who are really doing the farming have the technical know-how as to how best we can put in the best practices in agriculture.
Ne kura mu no Ora Tony Mensa Abrampa assign it to dwase wonom bechire bibia ye fe no assembly farming a eno no assembly no ene be hwe eyekuayo enwuma ne so na mamaburu no so etumi de wo ho agim ensam a wode to dwa no ebi eni
ade bia ewo wiase bia wo wura bibia eni wura no aya na ato ejeje mu nti dwumadie bia so ayedi bia so yedi wo mansin so nti yebotae ne se nhyehyɛ bia ye be ya ye de be komensin bia mu no a ye fa kuaye ho ye de be hye district assembly ne nsa ani nti ne ye friend assembly farm no nti ye kasa assembly farm na ye create adwuma ama nipa na omwo mansin ni mu no na ansa na ebetimi akoso no gisi ye nya obi ono nso ade ne be si ni stress so a obetimi ahwe so nti ne ye friend assembly farms nti akoye bibi ti say collaboration between the citizenry and then either the metropolitan or municipal district assembly prekwa ye disa adwumadie ne bekwa kodi ho.
Okay.
Ebusia for kasebo ne nyina esi kai say twegu live e Facebook ne so at my CTV GH follow yon ho like na face so wa share ede amaye kasiemu aboafo eye wudin open to ma apam ede akoba bia wudin na me kanfo de amawo ensuro washing powder bi na suro semuna bi bia utimi edisi afei so alu africa who sit down up and chance papa de abodan so dia na eno so alu africa na me kanfo de amawo midin edi manye no ekima mo energy